What's going on, everybody? Today is Monday, so day 5 maybe. I don't know. Last night was just a complete blur. um, if you watched the end of last night's vlog, you would have saw that I was extremely out of it. My allergies were killing me, and they're still kind of acting up today, but they're not that bad. It's a really rainy day today, and I need to vacuum my pool really bad, but it's not raining now. So I think first I'm gonna go check on Rachel, see how she's doing. She's at work right now, and then we're gonna vacuum the pool, and then in a couple hours, sorry, my ear itches. I got a class. I mentioned yesterday that I have a class about cults. We're calling it New Religious Movements, and I'm really excited. But first, I got to do some chores around camp. So I just worked a little bit, and now I'm doing other chores. So she's a little busy, and I don't want to disturb her, so we're just going to hold off on introducing her to the vlog. But really quick, I did want to introduce you to mountain laurel. Yeah, we have so much of this on our property, and it's probably the prettiest flower. It only blooms for a little while. I don't know how well it's doing on detail, but it starts off really pink. Maybe I can get some better shots here. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's kind of creepy looking, but it blossoms all over our property. This is right next to our house, and it's just like starting to fall, which is like really sad, but like, what can you do about it? So I'm headed over to the pool now, just gonna do a little bit of work there, and I'll see you there. Feels like it's gonna rain, which is not good. Actually, it's no bueno, because if it rains or thunders and lightnings, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to vacuum, and that's going to put us off a day. We have a health inspection coming up for our pool, and it's very important that we're able to get this thing ready for that. So, also, here's some dying mountain laurel. That's kind of sad. It's just a beautiful flower. It only blossoms for a couple months in the spring up here, but boy, is it gorgeous. So there's actually on Saturday a mountain laurel festival not too far from where we live. Ooh, excuse me. And I'm gonna try to go to that because we've never been, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. But here's our pool. It is looking, it doesn't look bad, but you can see little spouts of either algae or pollen. There's these little things that kind of fall into our pool because of these trees that are all around us. I mean, we're surrounded by trees. It's kind of insane. So anytime it storms, leaves and little pollen thingies kind of fall into the pool, like you see right there. My strategy, and I started on it last night, is to brush all of this particulate down to the bottom, fill the pool up a little bit, which I'm going to start doing right now. There's my hose. Fill up the pool. Well, I guess I'm going to fill it up while I'm vacuuming at this point, because I don't have a lot of time. And then start vacuuming. If you have it all in one place, close to where you vacuum, you don't have to focus on moving it all throughout the pool. You can get everything in one little spot. So that's kind of my plan here. And hopefully get most of this, and then we shall see. We need to balance this thing. It's got some chlorine going to it right now. But yeah, there's really not too much else that I can do. You can see our pool sign right there. Oh my gosh, that thing is ripped up. We need to get a new pool sign too. We have some pool rules on the outside. We need some more on the inside, but a storm had came through And you can see it here. I mean, it just, right when I was leaving to go down south, we had a horrible storm, which is where most of this stuff came from that's on the inside of the pool. I was able to get most of it out, and some of it's gone to the skimmers, which are right in here, over there, and over there. But I'm going to do my best, and we shall see how this goes. I need to do this within 3 hours because I have class at 6, and it's 3:18 right now. So there's something in that tree. I'm guessing a squirrel, but maybe it's a wendigo. You never know. Anywho, we're going to get started on this and see how it goes. I just noticed, I will point this out. You can see right in there all those leaves, so I don't know how those are going to vacuum up. So I might need to try to scoop those up, which I never have good luck with. So we'll see. All right, stay tuned. Alright, so I was able to get a little bit done. This is what we're looking like. So I guess the only way you'd be able to really tell what progress has been made is if you look at the deep end. It looks a little bit better, but it's nowhere near where I want it. I was able to get most of the particulate up, which is what looks the worst, but those leaves just kind of stay. They did not really want to get sucked into the vacuum. So right now our water level went down a couple inches, so I'm just going to refill it. Golly, the stairs are always the worst. They always get so dirty. That's where most of the particulate likes to stay. So yeah, this is about it. I mean, in terms of vacuuming, it's all I can really do, because as soon as it gets to about that level, I lose suction entirely. I can't do anything. So that sucks. In the meantime, we're just gonna keep letting this thing fill up. As it fills up, we'll gain a little bit more pressure on the filter, water pressure, for vacuuming. We'll try to continue. I might try to brush some of the particulate from the shallow end down to the deep end, just so I don't have to try to go over there to the shallow end, because it doesn't work very well when you try to vacuum over there. So yeah, that's about it for right now. I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna head inside and maybe eat something, and then get ready for class. So that's what we're doing. If you were curious how much we vacuumed, this is about what we got. It's actually quite a lot. It's all this like weird particulate. These little, I don't know, barbs from the leaves. I have no idea. We were able to get a few leaves, as you see. Pretty big pieces, but anything much bigger than that didn't really want to come through. And in terms of what I was thinking the pollen was coming from, these little guys, actually there's a bigger one right here, these little guys right here always end up in the pool, and it gets everywhere. So yeah, this is about how much we got. I'm gonna see if there's any bigger leaves in here. It's a pretty big size. Anyone who thinks this is disgusting, you really just get used to it the more you work with a pool. My line is whenever I'm pulling out dead frogs or something, it stinks, it's horrible. Or, frog eggs. And no, I did not vacuum up an entire rock. I use a rock. A little pro tip. If you don't have weighted skimmer baskets, what you can do is you can get a little rock, which this is a big rock, and you could drop it on the other side of the fence. So I'm going to have to go get that. But you can put rocks inside the skimmer baskets, and it will allow for some extra weight to keep it in the actual skimmer drain. I don't know what you want to call that. You can buy weighted skimmer baskets if you want. We're just balling on a budget, so we decided to find some rocks around camp and put those in there to keep it weighted down. Because what will happen, excuse me, I got hiccups. I gotta walk carefully over here. There are snakes everywhere out here. What will happen is if you don't have something weighing it down, sometimes the water will get underneath the basket and cause it to float. And then all the particulate that you're wanting to kind of get into your skimmer basket just goes right underneath it, making it literally useless. So I have been using this big rock here. I do that to knock off any nastiness on it. And I basically do that to keep it weighed down. Also, I saw this when I was vacuuming. This is my favorite thing in the world in terms of plants. There are some honeysuckles also. I may have mentioned we live in the woods. Like, oh God, it's starting to rain. No! No! Please don't. Please don't rain, because if it rains, more stuff will get knocked right into that pool right there. Anyways, it's starting to rain pretty hard. Okay, so this right here is honeysuckle. We have a lot of it down south. It is like lots of pollen on it. Goodness gracious. Okay, yeah, it's wonderful. For those of you who don't know, I'm gonna find a ripe one. Here's a ripe one. You can pick it. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can pick it, and then you can see how beautiful it is. Oh gosh, my bad. You can see it's really pretty. Now this is probably the most southern thing that I learned as a kid. My buddy Gage, growing up, showed me this. You can grab that little, it's gone now, but the little green part at the end, and pull that through, and a little bit of nectar is going to come through, and you can eat it. We always thought it was honey. It's not honey, it's just nectar. So I think that's what it's called, the sweet stuff in flowers. I don't know. Honeysuckle. So if you have never seen honeysuckle before, this is what it looks like. It is my favorite. It smells wonderful out here. I didn't know we had it up north until about a year ago when we were walking through the woods, which we do quite a lot. And we saw this beautiful honeysuckle blossoming all over the place. So we also have this over here, but it has been, looks like it got beat to death when it rained. Yeah, this entire bush right here was really, 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 really white. And these little buds right here, you can kind of see it. Maybe this is a berry. This might be berries. It's not the same thing. You can also see a little bit of honeysuckle kind of up in there a little bit. But this whole bush, yeah, they're kind of dead now. You can see it. Must have got beat to heck whenever it rained. That's so sad. But this was a just vibrantly white bush. You can see all the dead little areas where that would have been little petals that have fallen. We had thought that it was mountain laurel, and then we found out no, it's not mountain laurel. So that's that. Also, when it rained, it knocked down all of our stuff. So it like, I'm not super stoked about. Yeah, that's about as good as we're gonna get it. I am not super stoked about it raining again. You can see it kind of in the clouds a little bit. It's a little white, but there it is. And it was just raining a couple seconds ago, so I need my skimmer. So for those of you who don't know a lot about pools, which I'm not the biggest expert, as you can see, I'm dropping things in the pool. Oh goodness. Not, whatever. Use my Apple Watch hand. So I put this little rock right here in there. Drop it in there. And then you can see it. I don't know how this looks because I can't see the preview screen, but it just kind of sits in there. So then we take this, close it, and that's it. So we only have 3 skimmers in this pool, which most pools have 4, but that's because we have a special ramp for wheelchairs that allow the people who swim in here to basically be wheeled into the pool. We do have quite a lot of that happening around here, so I'm gonna get this out of the pool, and then I'm gonna go get ready for class, which is a 4.5-hour class. Curtis, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on all the blankets? That right there is our cat Curtis. I realized that I started this whole vlog thing. Oh God. So I realized that we had started this whole vlog while I was traveling. So you have not met any of my animals. This one right here is Curtis. He's a cutie. He is like, what? Evil. See, look at him. He's thinking about it. He's going to bite me. Do it. Do it for the camera. Show him your violent. Oh. He's attacking the camera. But he's a sweetheart. He loves other people. On another note, I think I'm going to wait to show you our dog. Because she's in the messiest room of the house. So I'm going to clean that up in a little bit anyways. And then I'll show her to you. But Curtis over here is being a sweetheart. One thing I like about Curtis is that he will do this. Curtis, get up here. Come on, Curtis. Get off the Bible. Good boy. He'll also bite you. He's a biter. So he's trying to show you his butt, which is just weird. Are you giving the camera kisses? It's very sweet. He is a good boy. He's my favorite. So I have no idea what my office looks like or what the lighting in here looks like. I may look a little pink. I have no idea. I'm still working out the lighting situation in my office, as well as cleaning it and organizing it. I have those LEDs that you can kind of see up there. I use, the brighter LEDs whenever I need higher lighting for a Zoom call, which, by the way, I just got done with the class, or the first class of Mini. It was good, loved it, but much of my time is spent in this office, so I'm assuming I'm going to vlog in here quite a lot. So with that in mind, I'm going to need to maybe figure out the lighting situation that's ideal for vlogging. I feel like I might look a little pink, or maybe I look like this is the best lighting I've had, so I have no idea yet. Yeah, great day today. The class was awesome, and it just reminded me how thankful I am to be able to do the schooling that I'm doing, and as well have the provision to afford the schooling that I'm doing. So I guess today what I'm thankful for is just God's provision in putting me where I'm at and giving me the very resources I needed to be here. So I'm excited for the material. You can kind of see back there on that table. I'm going to try to zoom in. All those books. Yeah, that's a lot of books. Those are the books for most of the classes I'm in right now. So though there may be moments where I'm quite burdened by having to do all this reading, I'm still very thankful for God's provision in that. So if God can provide for me, He can provide for you. And with that in mind, that'll sum it up for the day. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.